Welcome to the inaugural NHRA Matco Tools Supernationals from Houston Raceway Park, Baytown, Texas. The 21st of 22 rounds of the NHRA Drag Racing Series. We kick off right away with the final 8 of the Top Fuel. Round 2, Rhonda Hartman, we just saw, versus Larry Dixon in the MBNA machine. So Rhonda Hartman, Larry Dixon, the first of the second round runs. Rhonda Hartman from Williamston, South Carolina, gets a good start. It's very close, a little bit of weaving and snaking in the right-hand lane. And victory goes to Larry Dixon as Hartman loses that vital momentum, that vital concentration. A 477 ET for Dixon to win that one. Corey McCLENATHAN in the Mac versus Scott Kalita in the right-hand lane. Kalita from Chelsea, Michigan. McCLENATHAN already a winner this season from Anaheim, California in the McDonald's racing machine. Both of them running with 500 cubic inch Keith Black Hemis. Both of them have wins this season. And on his way through to the next round with a 4.70. Very quick RT, 0.51 of a second. Corey McCLENATHAN makes it another stage further in the Big Mac machine. Kalita from Chelsea, Michigan, the winner at Topeka earlier this season. McCLENATHAN, last race he won was in Reading just 3 rounds ago. Bob van der Griff and Gary SCELZI we're going to show you here. Bob van der Griff Jr. from Alpharetta in Georgia. And Gary SCELZI, fastest of the qualifiers through from the first round. SCELZI from Fresno, California, won in Columbus earlier on in the summer. But Bob van der Griff has yet to win in '97. And that will continue. He now has just the 22nd and final round of the championship to go for victory. Van der Griff blowing. Good clean start from both men. If anything, a slightly better start from Van der Griff, but he didn't even make it to the first change. Calamitous engine explosion, and with a 4.73, Gary SCELZI goes through. So the final 4 line up like that. Kenny Bernstein going through in his run. Now we move on to the funnies. Again, the final 8, the second round here. Cruz PEDREGON versus Mark Oswald. Oswald in the In-N-Out Burger Avenger. And PEDREGON, one of the regular final 4 men in the Castrol GTX Mustang. One in Houston. Oswald hasn't won since 1994. Both in pre-stage, good clean start. Oswald looked good away from the line, but again, demolition time in the engine bay. PEDREGON cruises that one through, 5.12, 3.04, and a quick RT, 5.50. So Cruz PEDREGON goes on to the semis as we look at Dean SKUZA versus Tom Hoover. SKUZA carries our camera in the Matco Tools Avenger. His sponsor's also the sponsor of the event. And Tom Hoover from Minneapolis, another Avenger, the Pioneer Electronics machine. He won at Columbus this year. SKUZA has yet to win. This would be the one for him as we ride down the strip with him. It's close, but it's not close enough. Tom Hoover is out. Dean SKUZA, the sponsor's man, goes through 5.06 and a 5.19 RT No wonder he was so quick away from the line there. So, the second Pedregon, Tony versus Whit Bazemore. Tony Pedregon and Whit Bazemore here. Qualified 9th in round 1. We'll look back again at round 1 in a moment. Tony Pedregon going through against Al Hoffman of Florida. And this is how the Castrol machine got through the first round. By the skin of his teeth. How on earth he kept that as a winning run, Lord only knows. So Tony Pedregon hoping for better things. He has the same lane and he gets a great start. But once more, Whit Bazemore strikes mechanical carnage. 499 and a 511 RT from Tony Pedregon. Those are good numbers. Pedregon looking very, very strong here. In the Copenhagen machine, Ron Capps from San Diego, California. His Chevy Camaro won at Sonoma earlier on in the season. And up against him, John Force. This man is in stunning form. From Yorba Linda, California, the Castrol GTX Ford Mustang man. Won in Memphis most recently. That was in the beginning of October, just a fortnight before this event. So John Force, really the man that everybody looks to for the big performances in the 97 series. Let's look at him again. He's on our left, he's in the right-hand lane. They're in pre-stage. All clean, there go. Good start from Force, but a really astonishing start from Ron Capps. Lost it midway through the run though. Got a much better getaway in the Copenhagen car than John Force. John Force 505 RT. That's no laughing matter. But Ron Capps must wonder what he needs to do. Losing out there to John Force. The Copenhagen machine, clearly very second-hand, but a great, great getaway from him. Moving on now to the Pro Stock. Again, the last 8. John COUGHLIN and Steve SCHMIDT away from us. Good clean run from both men, but Schmidt's in trouble. Oh, loses it in the last 400 meters. Well, did well to control that one. Did very well indeed to bring that to a halt after he cannoned into the wall. And the very, very strong structure beneath these lightweight fiberglass flip-up bodies protecting the driver, but that is a big, big impact. No glancing blow, that one. So Steve SCHMIDT really getting everybody's attention. Popped the chute as he knew he was going into the wall there. That was not safeable in any way. So COUGHLIN wins that one, but SCHMIDT, the luckiest man in the race.
Steve, it got loose on you, and there's not a lot you can do with a short wheelbase car.
It was over before I even had a chance to think about it.
You're obviously okay.
I guess the only thing I really want to say right now is I thank Don Ness for building a hell of a race car. Kept me safe.
Well said.
I can't believe we didn't beat him.
Well, Steve SCHMIDT, as you can see, walking, talking, and bemused by the way that it all went off there. Moving on to the second round, the second run then. Johnson versus Bell, but Johnson pulling red and Bell walking through it. Alan Johnson and Mark Osborne then. And again, very, very even stuff from these guys. And the decision goes to Mark Osborne. Alan Johnson in the right lane in the Amoco Oil Avenger, just getting pipped. And the final one of the round 2s, COUGHLIN and Yates. Again, very, very close launching. Troy COUGHLIN, perhaps just a slightly quicker start and held it all the way down the line. Jim Yates already crowned as the champion. Pro Stock's the only class decided. So into the final four, Bell and COUGHLIN. No doubting that one. Bell catching up all the way through and not making it. Joe COUGHLIN wins. And in the second half of them, Mark Osborne versus the other COUGHLIN brother, Troy. So what about the Jegs machine this time? It's very, very close indeed. Ooh, that's one you're going to have to read from the scoreboard. Mark Osborne gets it. Very tight decision. 6.98 to Mark Osborne. So, final four of the funny cars then. John Force in the Castrol GTX machine. There he is, across from us. We ride with Dean SCUZA in the Matco Tools Avenger. Now this should be a big one. Good launch from SCUZA. And John Force in trouble. You do not often see that in the NHRA series. John Force in mechanical trouble loses out to the flying Dean SCUZA. Matco Tools will be very happy with that one. He goes through to the final, and he will face one of the PEDREGON brothers. How do I know that? Because they're both in the other semi. Cruz PEDREGON and Tony PEDREGON. One of them will come up against the flying Dean SCUZA. So John Force out of that. Cruz PEDREGON from Camarillo, California, in the McDonald's machine. His brother Tony from Gardenia, California, 2 years the younger driver. And he's in the Castrol machine in the right lane. Well, Mrs. PEDREGON is going to be a happy mother one way or the other, and an unhappy mother one way or the other. I'm sure the family would have preferred that to be the final, but as close a semi as you'd like, and Tony gets it, 5.09 at 288 miles an hour. The Castrol machine moves on. John Force's Castrol machine out, but Tony PEDREGON's is in. Final four of the top fuels. BERNSTEIN and SCELZI. Gary SCELZI from Fresno in the Winston machine, and King Kenny, as ever, in the Bud King rail. That's a close one, but the King is deposed. Yes, Gary SCELZI gets it, 4.70 and 3.07. And what reaction times we're seeing now, 4.92 in round one. Anything under 6 was quick RT. Now, anything over 5, and you are history. Well, Kenny Bernstein, 2 event wins this season. He won't get another one, though. Gary SCELZI topping the championship points standings. And looks to be going on all the way in 97. Into another final. Who will it be against, though? Corey McCLENATHAN, or will it be against Larry Dixon? Good start from both men. It's going to be another tight one. No, in the end, it's not. The Miller Lite machine comfortably ahead. Larry Dixon 4.70 and a 4.84 RT, even quicker. So Larry Dixon is going to be a tough man to beat. Gary SCELZI, the man who would be king of the NHRA top fuel category this season, will have to beat the Bud Light machine to do it. To the finals then. Pro Stocks first. And there you saw Mr. COUGHLIN Senior watching very closely as his boy goes up against Mark Osborne. And tight, tight, tight. They think they have it. They think he's won. He has indeed. 7 dead, 475 RT. I told you this response time was coming down. The track is getting grippier and grippier. And Jeff Coughlin wins the Pro Stock final. Jim Yates, the championship leader by 369 from Warren Johnson, but let's hear from the winner.
If there was ever a young man born to drag race, it is Jeff Coughlin Jr. Incredible.
Wow, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. It's been a great day for us here, and like I said earlier, we just got just a fabulous team assembled, and couldn't be any happier for the folks home at Jegs and Dirt Machinery in Michigan there, and I don't know what to say other than thanks, and hello to my wife Karen at home. She's really supported this deal a whole heck of a lot, and my family's done a great job. My father, Jeg, has really put together a heck of a program here for us, and hopefully we'll be a force to come.
You heard it here first. That's the 98 Winston champion Pro Stock.
So the winner in the Matco Tools Supernational and the Pro Stock table looks like that after 21 of 22 races. So to the funny car final, SKUZA and PEDREGON, and the Castrol car blows immediately. The sponsors are delighted, and Matco Tools win the day. 5.04, an ease up there at the end by Dean SKUZA, no doubt about that one. But the hard work done, a great launch from SKUZA, and then carnage under the bodywork for his rival. Sees PEDREGON out of the running. So another happy winner.
Dean SKUZA no longer just the king of the burnouts. He is now a champion. What was the deal on backing this car up?
Oh, I don't know, Steve, man. I think a kingpin or something's loose. And this is a hard check to keep it in the groove anyway. I'm thinking, oh, please, just go straight, you know, and it did. Thank God. Oh.
Eric Mullenmeister, a good friend of yours, vice president of Matco Tools, a race presenter. They couldn't be happier down here.
Oh, man, I can't believe it. We did it. We did it. And how about
So steering problems aside, Dean SKUZA wins this one. John Force, though, look at that, some advantage he has in the points. And finally then, to the big one, to the rails, Gary SCELZI. Can he do it against Larry Dixon? A spectacular fire for SCELZI. A massive, massive explosion in the left rear tyre. Well, Gary SCELZI wins in the most spectacular manner possible. How did Larry Dixon lose that one? The Miller light rail, just look at the explosion. Going all the way, flaming tyres and everything. Astonishing explosion, no drag chute, no brakes. Gary SCELZI, what a winner.
Winston champion, buddy.
Oh, man, what a day. I can't believe this. My wife's on the phone. Sorry about the car, Alan, but we got another one. You know, I just didn't want to give up. The thing smoked the tire, got out of the groove, and it was dead. And I just stabbed it anyway. You know, it didn't matter.
We could feel the presence of Blaine Johnson here today. I could.
Let me tell you something. The round before this, when I thought I pedaled it, I didn't. So that wasn't me. That was the big guy up there. Are you sure we won the championship?
Positive.
All right! Yeah, buddy.
Gary SCELZI, a happy man and the 97 champ.